This is a quick tip from Drowning in Yarn. I'm Caleb, and I'm going to show you in this video how to remove the waste yarn that you placed for a Forethought or Peasant heel, which is more commonly called an afterthought heel. This waste yarn was placed so that you could go back at the very end, remove it, and expose live stitches above and below that waste yarn that you will use to knit your heel. So what I'm going to do is go ahead and pick up one leg of each stitch. And I'm just picking up the right leg of each stitch, one at a time. Just pick up the right leg and move to the next one. You're doing this so that your stitches are properly oriented on your needle at the very end. And you'll pick up each stitch all the way across, counting to make sure you have the right number of stitches. Then I just flipped the stocking, and I'm going to go ahead and make sure that I'm picking them up in the same direction and repeat the process. Just picking up the right leg of each stitch. Once you've done that and you've counted to make sure you've gotten them all, you can go ahead and get started removing the waste yarn. I'm using a needle. You'll just want something a little bit sharp so that you can go ahead and start picking out the waste yarn one leg at a time. This seems scary, but there's nothing scary about it. You'll have already checked and make sure you picked up all the stitches above and below, so there's no danger that you're gonna lose any stitches, and if you do, it's just a drop stitch, you can fix it. Don't be intimidated. You're just gonna go through and slowly and carefully unpick each stitch. Once you get to the middle, you're gonna realize that you have this long tail, so go ahead and just trim it so you're not having to pull as much yarn each time. You're gonna go all the way across, take it all the way out, and there are your live stitches. And that's all there is to it. It's not as scary as it looks. And now you're just back to regular knitting. You're just knitting the round.